Anytime.
Okay. Hi everyone, welcome back to Riffs. We have a lot more art and other such creatives to show you before we start, so take it away, Squee.
Yeah, you guys aren't, you're not, that's an understatement, you're not lying. We've got 20 different fan arts that were made just in the last week. Which is crazy. Alright, so the first one is Al running from the Coalition with no pants and the best boxers.
Yep.
This was drawn by Damien, so thank you, sir. That's actually an incredibly good
Yeah.
drawing.
And who knew that you wore hearts? So that's good.
Indeed. Next up, we've got one from Allure, which is just a really cool picture of Tom last week when he was talking to Al on the radio, saying that he may have to kill Tyne. And that's just such an intense picture. I love it.
She's really good at capturing emotions.
Yeah. And then we've got one from Kinsey, which is when Al is trying to get Patrick's attention for a second. Psst, hey, Patrick, gotta go. And Patrick is in the zone. You can tell because his eyelids are straight. Those are zone eyelids. Then we've got another one. This one's from Allure of Patrick. The idea of what happened when Patrick's working on the computer and all of a sudden he just hears on the radio, "Don't kill Tyne."
Or all the swearing when you heard.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's what it was. It was when when they told me
swearing.
that Hoyas was in charge, and Al just starts running around swearing. Oh man. All right, and then we've got another one from Allure, which is this is actually just Kriana when she came in late last session and tired and
Journeying from the other side without internet.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Then we've got I'm not quite sure I get this one. I do get it now. Zoe Allegan. In other words, like every time Zoe has a bad day, it usually starts with a visit from Al or one of his friends.
Yeah.
It's true. Poor Zoe. Then here's another just a drawing of Tom. Just a good sketch of Tom. Tommy Tom. And then this is from Techno Michael. This is when Nora was running around in a evening gown and combat boots.
Love her.
Now if Mila ever has kids, someone can literally say your mother wears army boots.
Then we've got one from Allure, which is oh god. This was last session when we were talking about switching bodies and if we wanted to switch races, and Byrne was like, "Can I be a dragon?"
Yeah. No.
Can I be a dragon? And
I don't wanna be a
yes, you can. Oh, that would be hilarious if Inferno turns it back on you and just like the body you take over was wearing a dragon costume.
And that's never gonna happen. So keep that in your head canon, because that's never.
I know.
Sleep Sketching made beautiful pixel art of everyone.
Yes.
This is really cool.
Shit,
Those
it's
are
beautiful.
so cool.
Yeah.
I love the little tiny Jackie squirrel too.
I do too.
Yeah,
And I love,
these are really cool.
I love Pam's little tail and the Riffs logo too, and fucking pixel art. It's amazing.
No, this is crazy. I don't know how you even do this, but it's so well done. Very good job, Sleep Sketching. I don't know if that's the first one from you. I know it's the first one we've showcased, but we try to showcase everything. So welcome. A lot of new faces this time too. It's like everyone's jumping on board. All right, so now we've got this one's from someone, Kriana. Since Mila doesn't really sleep, I think most nights she just sits in her room and listens to tunes. This is just what Mila
it's
does.
just Mila
I
chilling
love
like
my family picture.
my family.
Oh god, we've got a really hard explanation to give Mila coming up soon.
My family.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to like tape our new faces over the old faces.
My family.
Just like black X's over your face.
Anywho.
Alright, then we've
They're
got
done now.
these are from Kinsey. These are basically they're not 8-bit. What are they, like chibi or video game versions of us?
Yeah, it's from, I guess, made through
MapleStory.
Bands.
Band Story, yeah.
Maple
We
Story.
would tell you this story, but it's been banned. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Boo.
Yeah, that's right.
So there's Al, and there's Mila,
Oh.
and there's Patrick, and there's Tom. Tom looks very emo in that picture. And
Yeah.
there's Alicia.
I like what she did with her hair. It's
I
cool.
know. And there's Pam. And then we've got one from Techno Michael, Patrick and Mila guilty of assault and battery.
Ho ho ho!
But
I actually really like that. I think that's actually quite
yeah.
And last but not least, I believe last but not least, we've got a comic. Gur seems to be making these once a week. I urge you to go check them out. They are really cool. Basically, he recaps last week by through comic, and I can't really show it here, but you should go read it. It's hilarious. It's really fun.
Hey. Oh no, it is really good.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say there's a new Rifty fell that I think you should show as the last one. Yeah.
I just closed it. What is it?
Oh no.
Oh boy.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Which one is it?
Should I send it to you?
No. Which is it? Which is it?
What do you mean? Which is
I'm
it?
here.
It's the
Rifty
newest-
fell.
Yeah, it's the newest one.
It's
The
newest
top one?
The top
The
one?
newest one. Yeah. All. Go to
The-
all and the newest one.
Oh, okay, hang on. Yeah, from the Keenan Young at Dr. No Why? That one?
Why?
Yeah. Click that.
Oh, expand. Oh, okay. I was just thinking. I just saw was the face. Why can't I hold all this artwork?
Yes. Click it, you son of a bitch.
I was sitting there like it's an interesting face, but I don't get what you want. I can't Twitter well. I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Geriatric
Alright.
Twitter user here.
Oh man, so that was all drawn in 1 week, people. That is crazy. I love how much you guys love this. I really do. This is amazing. I'm glad you guys really get into the story, and I'm glad that we are a part of it. So, with that, I guess should we get the ball rolling?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
So
boy.
before we jump into character, of course, we start the session. Don't really need to do a recap this time. I released a really handy-dandy recap document for all of your perusal. I'm going to just go through just one kind of ground rule because I noticed it obviously cropped up last week with the whole lockpick thing. So I'm going to just make a bit of not really a ground rule, but talk to you guys about it real quick to try to get as far as an understanding goes, right? I'm all for, because I've been a player, right? And I forgot to buy something. And that makes sense, right? So if we need to retcon a purchase, it's allowable in like 2 ways. We'll say the first and easiest way is if it's in between sessions, right? You just send me a message on Skype and be like, oh, I know we left Lou Laszlo, but I really wanted to get this. And of course, if you had the time and the money and it was available in New Laszlo, in between the sessions, I'd be like, yeah, sure, no problem, right? Or if it's like next session or a couple of sessions later and it's during some kind of almost like downtime, like there isn't an immediate pressing need and you just remembered it, then I'll also allow it, right? Of course, like, you can't, like, right now be like, oh, I wanted to get this at Parents Post, because that was, like, 3 months in game, like, away, right? But do you guys think that's fair?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Yes.
Cool. Yeah. So, like, the characters are responsible for equipping their own characters, and if something's forgotten and you need it immediately, then, like, well, kind of make do. You know what I mean? So yeah, cool. All right. So, but yeah, like I said, I'm cool for like retconning stuff if there's an immediate need for it, because everyone does forget. But yeah.
One
What's up,
question,
Squid?
just to also verify, and we've kind of done this in the past, so I assume it's not changing. But like for little things, like let's say, for example, I handed my Neuroblade over to someone at the gate or something, and then I didn't actually say I get it back. We're still good with that kind of thing.
Of course.
Right.
No, like when it comes to little, like that's what I mean. I don't want to be such a strict storyteller because there are DMs like that, being like, you didn't say you took it back, but it's such a minor occurrence that logic does follow that would happen in the story. It was just that excuse that, well, not excuse, but that logic that you made of like, my character wouldn't enter here without a lockpick. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that makes sense, but as the player, you're responsible for what your character has, right?
Agreed. Yeah.
So that's all it is. The other stuff about retrieving your Neuroblade, or like every single time you enter New Laszlo, you have to say, I'm giving them my armor, I'm giving them my guns, and then every time you leave, it's the other way around. No. That would just bog things down. I am very flexible with that, but I just don't want another situation that happened last week happen this week, you know?
No, I agree. Not only that, I agree, and
Yeah.
I think you were very, very generous last time too.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, but you know what it is that you're still. Some of you guys are still pretty new to the system and what's needed, right? It makes sense in a lot of pen and paper games, right? Like I have the lockpick skill, I can do it, right? And you don't realize that you would need tools to do that as well. So I mitigated that a little bit. It's all good. It's all fair. It's a part of the learning experience, right? I'd rather give it, if something like that comes up, I'd rather give it to you and then make a ruling afterwards, like I did now, rather than the other way around and then spoil things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, okay. So, that little bit aside, before we start the actual session itself, then, there's one thing we actually went over through this maybe a couple weeks ago in our Rifts group loot document that has to do with the stuff that you have on the behemoth and stuff that you guys would like to sell. So I have this stuff marked red on the sell list. So the square golden plates, the incense sticks, the 10 gold and silver incense holders, the 10 gold candlesticks, the 8 silver candlesticks, the 6 sets of makeshift armor, and the 3 vibro swords. All this stuff is that what you've collected on your adventures previous to New Laszlo. That's all good to be sold. Is that all good to be sold, guys? Like, does anyone have a problem with all that stuff going away?
I'm good with it.
I just had to make sure that we still have at least one extra vibro.
Vibro sword?
Yeah.
No, we don't. So I'll do that.
Okay, you'll put that
I'm
under
good
the
with that.
weapons section then?
Yeah,
just
I'll put that
one
under the
vibros.
weapons.
Okay, cool. So, Tom, Burns doing that right now. I'm so used to when we're playing the game to call you by your characters' names. Except at this point, we're like, Tom's doing that. He's gone back. And anyways. So what I'm going to do then for this, instead of, I doubt you guys want to roleplay going to every single store, going to the farmer's market, bartering everything down and all that other bullshit, right? So we'll say it's fair sometime in the next 4 days or even in the previous week when you guys had some downtime and we didn't say anything, you guys went ahead and sold this, yeah?
Sure.
All right, so then I've already calculated how much money you would get for this. And you would get, selling absolutely everything. The incense sticks were magical, actually. In addition, gold and silver are very, very valuable. And weapons are always handy. So you guys actually managed to get yourself 85,000 credits for selling all that.
Okay.
Ooh, nice.
So I've now put that in the sell list there.
Yeah, and I'll
It's,
update the credits.
Okay. So see, I like doing stuff like just the basic buying and selling really quick and easy. You know what I mean? So it's so we're good.
Yep.
So I can delete those 85,000 credits because they've been now added to your total. And now we can actually start playing the damn game.
Oh boy.
Woo!
Oh boy. So we just finished. It's a new day. It's the day after both you have been relieved from any sort of legal problems with the with the city-state of New Laszlo, and after the visitation of Tyrath, the Undying, the Lizard Mage. So you have this day ahead of yourselves. Now maybe I'll start it with this question then. Is there anything you guys would like to do together as a group over the next day or two? Or are we going to do more of an individual motivation type of thing? Because it's fine doing like individual stuff. That's really easy to do. But I just want to see if there's anything you guys want to... You guys can talk amongst yourselves if you want to do anything together as a group or not.
I would mention that I wanted to check one last thing at the library. If anybody wanted to tag along or is interested.
I wouldn't mind going with you. The only things that I can think of that I still need to do at the moment is pick up our lightsabers, and I want to try and talk to our the new contact I made to try and get some sort of lock-picking system for electronic locks, since I have locksmithing now, but I think I would probably need, and Inferno, you can yay or nay this, probably need specialized tools to actually start picking electronic locks. Like, I would think, like, does my lockpicking kit, I assume that's for tumblers and those kind of
Correct.
things.
That's a physical lockpicking kit. Since you would need some sort of, for lack of a better word, like hacking device that you see on some of the spy shows and whatnot. Yeah, yeah, that wouldn't hurt.
So
Okay.
those are my two objectives that I can think of today. So those can also just be done on my own. I don't mind going with Patrick to the library to help him too.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't actually mind going with Patrick. There's something that I want to
Well,
look up.
How about this? Maybe we'll make it a little bit easier. What would you guys just like to do generally, and then we can chunk it up into time? So, is there anything in particular you'd really like to do there, Byrne?
I would like to go to the library,
Mm-hmm.
and then after that, it's just buying a few things, art supplies. I
Oh
want to get
yeah,
myself
yeah. Oh
guitar.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. So speaking of the stuff that you wanted to purchase, actually, everything is good on that list. The only thing that isn't good is just the acoustic electric guitar. Unfortunately, you look around New Laszlo, but you're only able to find just a straight acoustic guitar.
Yeah.
There isn't one that is electric. So you can definitely
I'll do
purchase an
that.
acoustic one, no problem. So then so I can tell you the price of all this stuff right now. We can kind of get your shopping portion just done and over with while we're talking, if that works.
Yeah.
So do you want the pocket computer, or do you want to hear the prices first?
I want to hear the prices first.
Okay, so give me just a moment while I get to my lists here, because I don't want to. I did a mental calculation of everything except the pocket computer, because I wasn't too sure on that. So give me a moment as I just check out the price. That's a field identifier. No, miscellaneous. There we go. Handheld computer. Okay, all right. Okay, so then that. So without the pocket computer, everything else would be about 850 credits.
Wow.
The biggest one, well, yeah, because if you think about it, a credit is almost $1, right? The audio
Yeah.
disc player is worth maybe 300 credits. The acoustic guitar is 200, and then the miscellaneous supplies, right?
Yeah.
Plus the set of headphones. Now, the pocket computer is an additional 5,000 credits. But now here's the other thing, too. I'm going to give you an alternate decision on this.
Yeah.
You can get a standard pocket computer for 4,500 credits, or you can get a special Techno Wizard device. The pocket computer is exactly the same, except its battery is charged using ISP or PPE, so psychic power or mystical power, and
Ooh.
so you never have to get it charged. The battery will never run out on it.
Ooh.
So that only costs an additional 1,500, so it costs you 6,000 credits.
Ooh. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so
So
then the grand total
6,800?
is 800. Yep.
All right. I'm gonna spend that money, gents. Woo!
Okay, so yeah, so
Woohoo.
boom, that's it there. So, but other than that, then you said you'll just chill around with them at the library, yeah?
Yeah, there's a few things that I want to look up.
Okay, and Mila,
Yeah.
is there anything in particular that you would like to do for the day or whatnot?
I'm gonna go to the park. And play in the
Okay.
park.
All right. Okay. Cool. Now, also to give you all a heads up too, not that you absolutely have to, because you've definitely done enough performances and everything like that. But the Endless Storytellers, they still have a few. They have their day shows going on that you guys sometimes you participate in, and in addition, some evening shows. They're going to be showing a movie and another play over the next couple days or so. So, feel free to just know about that as well. But other than that, all right. Well, let's just do the little library excursion. I don't have anything really specifically planned, so it'll have to be just player motivated. So, Patrick, what are you looking for? Biff, are you here?
Patrick.
Okay. All right. All right. Never
Sorry, I was a
mind,
little
we're done.
muted at the moment.
Okay. All right.
I wanted to actually bring the piece of tattered cloth that had the symbol on it and try to match it up with anything that I can find at the library.
Okay. All right. Okay. Excellent. Ooh. Give me just a moment here.
All right.
Give me just a moment. We're loading something here.
Rendering.
Rendering. Yep, loading screen. No, I'm thinking about how I want to calculate this. How I want to figure this out here real quick.
With math.
Yes.
Yay!
Thanks.
I got it right.
All right. So, now Al, Tom, are you going to be assisting him at looking for this, or are you looking for your own sort of knowledge, or what are you doing?
I'm looking for my own stuff.
Okay, what are you looking for?
Tom is going to be trying to look up some books on biology, specifically anatomy.
Okay.
You-
All
You know
right.
where I'm going with this.
Is it something you might like Al could help you with too? I mean, like he's a paramedic. He knows anatomy at least. I don't know if that's like honestly, I have no idea what you're looking for, so I don't know.
Look,
If he was
I'm gonna
asking
find a
you
couple
about
books.
the birds and the bees,
No.
then, you know.
What's going to happen is I'm going to find a couple books. I'm going to go into a dark corner and just sit there and read. Okay? Okay?
Alrighty.
Just chill out.
Okay,
All right,
okay,
Tom.
okay, it's okay.
This is a
it's
safe
okay.
place. There's no judgment. All
Now,
right,
Tom,
Al,
you
what
may
are
notice
looking-
some changes.
God.
All right, anyways, Al, what are you looking for?
I
unusual
am
places.
looking for two things actually. One more important than the other. I'm looking most importantly for anything, especially in the restricted or special section of the library, anything on magic spells or how to learn magic or that kind of thing.
Oh God. Okay. Well, that is going to be interesting. All right, so let's see here. No, don't worry. It's all
Okay.
good. It's all good. I know where we're going with this. It's all fine, my friend. Okay. Burn is BRB. So, Patrick, I will have you roll first. Roll me a D100.
All right.
An 11. Okay. So, very good. You come across. You pour through over the next hour or two. You pour through some tomes, following a few hunches that you might have. The symbol itself clearly isn't linked to anything. You're not too sure if it was linked to anything geographical, or if it's pre-Rifts, or if it's current. So first you were able to decipher that it actually is probably current. It doesn't seem to be something that happened before the Rifts, this type of symbol. Doesn't seem like it happened before the Rifts. So, so you continue to search through and dig through it a little bit more, and this is the tricky thing. You don't find the exact symbol whatsoever, but it is around the same book. It's a modern book by a fellow. Just give me a second. He's a rogue scholar named Vestan, Besstan, who goes through, it's called Esoteric Orders in Our New World. Okay? And it goes through the symbols of many different fraternities, secret organizations, guilds, and the like. You're not able to find the exact symbol and exactly what it is linked to. Unfortunately, Vestan's text doesn't seem to do so. However, the librarian mentions that mentions to you, she notices the book that you're reading, that you're checking out, and she says, "Oh, you know, there's a fellow there who used to be a very good friend of Vestan, actually. His name's Trudald. He is the proprietor of one of the little shops around here called the Blue Hammock. He might be able to help you out, perhaps. I don't know what exactly you're looking for, but he actually knew the author quite well, so he might be a good person to talk to."
All right.
Okay.
thank you very much.
Oh yeah, she says you're welcome, and no problem. So that's that resolved.
Mhm.
Al,
Mm-hmm.
you've oh my goodness. So probably about 20% of the books here talk about magic theory, mystical arts, um, the the whole plethora of the realm of magic. And due to your upbringing, a lot of this stuff is very, very out there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since you were always trained to distrust and dislike magic, how threatening it is, and how human minds should not even attempt to comprehend it, you are lost in the terminology. However, you do find some similarities in what some of these texts are saying. And the first one, the first absolute necessity for any person to learn magic is belief. You have to believe that it actually exists and that you can manipulate it. Now, the resources of the library itself also point to a few directions in which to learn. The first and most effective, of course, is enrolling with the new Laszlo University. It is some of their courses themselves teach novice people, whomever they are, the fundamentals of manipulating magic. Of course, it is a long process, but it is very, very effective. Now, the second way is a little bit more mercenary-like in the fact that there is a store called Scrolls and Scrawls, run by a lady named Breonna Brooke, who offers to teach individuals magic and teach them spells for a price. You're not too sure exactly how long it would take, but going through, like even just perusing the books, you realize that you will have to spend a large portion of your time. It's like learning a new language, is really what it is. You can't, even with a great tutor, you're not going to learn how to speak French fluently in a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it is clear that you need someone to teach you. This is not something that you can read out of a book and comprehend. You just weren't trained for it whatsoever.
Makes sense.
Okay.
It's fair. There's no magic for dummies.
No, there is no magic for dummies. Oh my God, no. And Tom,
Yeah.
so you want to you find, looks like it's an old pre-Rist textbook on biology, and there's a chapter on anatomy. So
Yeah.
you can read it in the corner as much as you like.
All right.
Oh boy. Okay, so no. You say, oh, you know what I need, why I need to know this, and in my brain I'm like, no, I have no idea why you want an anatomy textbook. All I can think of is you want to learn what sexy times are like. But come on.
Yeah, basically, I need to cram 5 years of knowledge in less than a week. Okay.
I've got good
This is
news
like-
for you. By the age of 16, most people have gone through the most important parts.
Yeah.
As far as anatomy goes, there's not going to be a lot of difference.
All right.
Damn it.
Anywho.
I need to look for more books then.
All right. Anyway, how long do you guys want to spend in the library?
Just a little bit longer. There is one other thing I want to look for that I'm not sure. It's a lesser thing, but I want to look for any new, interesting, or rare musical compositions for guitar.
Oh, music. Roll me a percentile dice.
All right.
Unfortunately, there are this is the thing, most musical sheets of music are actually sold. There are a few that are donated to the library, but they're all checked out right now.
That's fine.
There we go. Mila, oh, sorry. Go ahead, Tom. I mean, Patrick. Where the fuck you are.
I was gonna say I'm actually fairly done here and eager to see what the man at the blue. Is it
The blue hammock.
gift? Blue hammock.
Blue hammock, yes.
Shit, you guys are leaving. It's gonna be creepy if I just stay here by myself.
We left hours ago.
No. No.